Hey everybody, Jeffrey Guterman, Strat-O-Matic Sports Network, and we have a ball game here on this Sunday morning. LA Dodgers at the Houston Astros. I'll be back with the lineups in just a couple minutes. Oh. Let's see, Mankey. Martinez. Edwards. And Kathy Harden has arrived. Great to see Kathy Harden. And great to see everybody else who may be here. We're just setting up our lineups and we'll be ready to go in a few minutes. Good morning to everybody. It's a Sunday morning for Strat-O-Matic. Indeed it is. Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman. And we have a Rhodes Scholar also. Good morning. It's a beautiful Sunday morning for a game of Strat-O-Matic. And Rhodes Scholar, thanks for those emails about the super advanced stealing. It's Claude Osteen for the Dodgers, left-hander, and Don Wilson, right-hander for the Astros. Claude has won 19. Wilson has won 12. Looking at our lineups, it's Maury Wills at short, Manny Mota in left, Willie Davis in center, Wes Parker at first, Willie Crawford in right, Bill Sudakis playing third base, batting sixth, Tom Haller behind the plate, Ted Sizemore at second, and it's Claude, the starting pitcher, Claude Osteen. For the Houston Astros, Joe Morgan at second, Jesus Alou in right field, Jimmy Wynn in center, Tommy Davis back in the lineup. He was out for a game. He's in left, Rader at third, Menke at first, Marty Martinez, I'm so sorry, at short, Edwards catching, and it's going to be Don Wilson on the mound. And this is the second of a two-game series dated September 11 in our 1969 replay. Dodgers won the first game 5-2. We are in the Astrodome. And in just a couple minutes, we expect the Astros to take the field. Stand by, please. I realized, Rhodes Scholar, and I thank you for your support and your understanding and encouragement to play. And the only rule really is to enjoy the play any way you decide. And I honed in on my advanced rules, realizing that a 1, 2, or 3 on the 20 die in a steal attempt is a T rating issue. And I'm gonna see if that's a throwing error by the catcher. I'm not sure I'm really crazy about that kind of rule, but I think I'll try it. And this business about -1 if held +1 if not held. I think that's for the birds. Really, Rhodes Scholar, thank you. Oh, thank you, Rhodes Scholar. I'm a little bit, I do have some questions in my mind about mixing, deciding, picking and choosing, almost cherry picking what rules. But, my rationale is it's all good, because build it into the game, build it into the play. So if I don't do the +1, -1 on those holds and not holds, so what? Maybe it'll wash out, come out in the wash, if you know what I mean. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Guterman on a Sunday morning here in Studio B in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I have Kathy Harden here, and we have Rhodes Scholar. And the Astros take the field. It's Don Wilson. He's won 12 on the season, just a tad below, I guess, maybe. I guess he can get another few starts before the season is done. He's taking his warm-ups. Catching him is Edwards. And leading it off is Maury Wills. So Wilson is ready. Here's Wills. On a Sunday morning, a beautiful Sunday morning for a game of Strat-O-Matic. 1969 baseball. Okay, Wilson is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Wills. And that's going to be 4-9. Switch hitter batting left, and he struck him out. That's one away. We're underway here in the Astrodome. And if you look, those of you who were on, I don't know about on if you're watching on an iPhone, if any of you watching on a desktop, I have the location now listed. If you look into the description section, it's got Astrodome right there. And you could do that. It takes a second. It's Manny Mota stepping up to the plate here with one out, nobody on. Looking to see if there'll be any Major League Baseball on TV. I'll tell you, it's not exactly like I'm sitting on the edge of my seat. Today's the 25th watching these games. Actually, there's no free games. No free games being offered today. I think there might be a game on, well, whatever. Here's Wilson now. I get a good number of games on Bally with my cable. Here's Wilson and the pitch to Mota. That's 5-7. Right-handed. Grounds it back to Wilson. He fields it and throws it over to Menke at first, 2 down. Here in the top of the first, just underway. And the batter is Willie Davis. Davis, left-handed hitter. Okay, here's Wilson now. The windup and the pitch to Davis. That's 6-12. Left-handed. Grounds it back to Wilson X. Wilson, a 219. And he boots it. It was a G3 E1. And it's booted by Wilson. Again, Wilson, an E19. And the 15 there. Wait a minute, 6-12-18. Oh, wait a minute. Wilson it's early, folks. It's an E19, okay. E19, and that's a 6-12-15. 6-12-15, there it is, E1. So it's a G3 E1. Just showing you the fun here. And it's a one-base error by Don Wilson here in the first, the 2 outs with Davis on first. He's an A being held. 1-15. 1-14. And we're going to have him go with 2 outs with Wes Parker at the plate. And we're just going to show a 1, 2, and 3 as the T rating. It's not much of a situation, but we're going to give it a try. Here's Parker now at the plate. Wilson. Again, 1-15, 1-13. Wait a minute. 1-13. Oh, he's 1-12. I'm sorry. We're not going to. 1-15, 1-13, 1-12. We're not going to send him. I'm sorry. Okay, here's Parker. With Davis on first and 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Wilson to Wesley Parker. 5-4, switch hitter batting left, fly ball center X. That's for win, a 3-6. Whoa. Win is a 3-6. That's a 2-3. And that's going to drop in for a D2 double. 4-6-7 win. E6. It's going to be a D2 with a runner on first. And Davis will go to third. Might have been better if he did attempt a steal. But in any case, it's a big double by Pretty Boy Parker here in the first. It's second and third, 2 down. And it's up to Willie Crawford in a clutch situation. Willie Crawford steps into the batter's box. Here's Wilson now. And the pitch to Crawford. That's 4-10, left-handed, catcher X. This could be trouble. But Edwards is a 2-3. That's a 16-2. It's a pop-up in foul territory. 6-12-15. E3. It's going to be a clean FO, and it does. He pops it up in foul territory, just to the side, right side, and it's caught by Edwards. And the side is retired, so it's no runs for the Dodgers. The error, one hit, the double by Parker, both left on. We've gone a half. It's Los Angeles nothing, and Houston coming up. And here's Claude now. Claude looking for win number 20. He's been a big force here for this Dodger team, who has struggled this year. They are 5 games under 500. And I guess that's one of their goals with, let's see, 130, 141, 20 games left after this game for the Dodgers to, well, that's not going to be easy, I'll tell you. They've got to win a lot of games. They have to have some kind of winning streak here to get to 500. Claude taking his warm-ups. Catching him is Haller. And Joe Morgan will lead it off. Lefty here. Here's Claude now. The wind-up and the pitch. That's 6-2, left-handed. Oh, it's hit, it's blasted. It's a ballpark blast. But remember, the Astrodome is large. That's a 6-2 blast. And Morgan, the left-handed hitter, going back. Look at that, 1-3. It's a 5. And it's caught in right field by by Crawford. 1 out, a long fly to right. Hit by Morgan. I guess this is a super advanced, isn't it? Ballpark effects are a super advanced feature. So I sort of mix some of these. Here's Claude now. Facing Jesus. The wind-up and the pitch. That's going to be 1-5 left-handed. Fly ball right again for Crawford. And he makes the catch, 2 outs. And here's Jimmy Wynn. With 2 outs and nobody on. Here's Claude, the windup. And the pitch. That's going to be 5-8. Right-handed. Fly ball right again. It's 3 fly balls for Willie Crawford. He makes the catch on all 3 of them. That was a 5-8. It happens, folks. Not that rare. I had a 1-2-3 inning for Claude. After 1, it's no score. We are at the Astrodome, as you can see. Wilson comes out. And Bill Sudakis will lead it off. Okay, Sudakis, switch hitter, batting left against Wilson into his windup. And here's the pitch to Sudakis. That's going to be a 6-8 switch hitter batting left. He struck him out. One down. And that's the second strikeout by Don Wilson. He's a good strikeout pitcher, folks. His ratio over 1 an inning. Here's Tom Haller, left-handed hitter. I'll tell you, it continues to be cool. Cool weather here in Fort Lauderdale. God, we love it. No air conditioning needed. It's beautiful. Okay, Wilson gets the sign from Edwards. Here's the windup. The pitch to Haller. That's a 1-9 right-handed. Grounds it to second for Morgan, and he throws it over to Menke, 2 outs. Now here's Ted Sizemore. Wilson, the pitch to Sizemore. That's 6-11. Right-handed, and that is a liner to short caught by Martinez. A nice catch by Martinez. And a 1-2-3 inning for Don Wilson. We're heading to the bottom of the second. It's scoreless here. And here's Claude for the bottom of the second. Tommy Davis to lead it off. Oh, that is good coffee. Wow. Okay, Claude. The windup and the pitch to Davis. 2-8, left-handed, and that's a base hit for Tommy Davis. That's why they got him. They acquired him from Seattle. A leadoff single by Davis. 2-8 left-handed. He's on first, and here comes Doug Rader, the Red Robin. Claude from the stretch. And the pitch to Rader. That's 2-7. Left-handed, grounds it to second, not being held. And he throws the double play. It was a 2-7 left-handed, ground ball second, A plus. If held, it would have been a single. That's the way we play that road, Scholar. Infield in and being held. We do that. We don't do corners. 2 outs, nobody on. We don't do all that stuff. And here's Dennis Menke. With 2 outs and nobody on. Here's Claude. And JC has arrived. Good morning, JC. Good morning to Joe. Here's Claude. Happy Sunday to you. The pitch to Mankey. There's a 1-6 left-handed. And there's a base hit for Mankey, a 2-out single. Mankey is on with 2 away. And Marty Martinez comes up. The shortstop, a switch hitter batting right against Claude. Here's Claude now. From the stretch. The pitch to Martinez. That's 5-6. Switch hitter batting right, and that's going to be a base hit. Off Claude. Mankey rounds second, goes to third and holds. A 2-out rally here. You see how important that double play was. Turned by Sizemore. First and third, 2 down, and Johnny Edwards a clutch situation. Edwards. And the pitch from Claude. That's 6-4 left-handed. Grounds to short X for Wills. Wills a 331. That's 5-3. G3. 6-11-15. E31-15. And he boots it. Oh, Wills with a G3 E1. That's going to bring in a run. Oh, my. A very costly error for Maury Wills. Mankey comes home on that, and that's unearned. My Lord. And that'll put Houston ahead 1-0. Now Edwards on first, Martinez on second for Wilson. Okay, here's Claude now trying to get out of this. The pitch to Wilson. 5-5, right-handed, oh my. That's going to be a smash into the gap by Wilson for a double. Martinez scores, it's unearned. Edwards rounding third. He doesn't have too much speed. And that was a smash to center. Edwards 1-10, 2 outs, 1-12. With Davis -1, 1-11. He's coming home. Here's the throw from Willie Davis. Again, 1-10, 1-12, 1-11 with Davis's arm. 1-11, he's safe. Here's the throw, and he's out. A beautiful throw by Willie Davis to get Edwards, and the side is retired. But 2 runs score, both unearned. The error very costly by shortstop Maury Wills. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Here's Don Wilson now. It will be Claude leading it off. Claude is a 3 NL. Okay, here's Wilson now. He's ready. The pitch to Claude. That's a 4-7 left-handed. Walked him. So Wilson puts Claude on to start it off. And here's Maury Wills. 2-0 Houston. 2 unearned runs in the bottom of the second. Here's Wilson now facing Wills. The pitch with Austin on first. He lays it down for a bunt. He'll stay an A bunter. And that is a 9A, 9B. I'm sorry, he'll be a B bunter. 9B. And it is a good bunt. It's hit to third. Raider can only go to first. And that'll put Claude in scoring position. So Claude on second with 1 out. And here's Manny Mota. Mota tapped back to Wilson in the first. From the stretch, Wilson. The pitch to Mota. 3-2. Struck him out. And that's the third strikeout for Don Wilson. Confused him with Earl from Detroit, the pitcher. It's 2 outs now and a clutch situation for Willie Davis. It is just a beautiful Sunday morning here in Studio B. I don't know where you are. I hope you're all well. Davis in a clutch situation. Facing Wilson. Here's the pitch. 3-7, right-handed, grounds it to second. Fielded by Morgan. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits. The walk to Claude, left on second. We're in the middle of the third. It's 2-0 Houston. And here's Claude now for his third inning. Top of the order, Joe Morgan. And we hope you're doing well. Okay, here's Claude. He's ready. The wind up and the pitch to Morgan. That's 2-11 left-handed, grounds it to first. Parker scoops it, takes it to the bag, 1 away. That can work any way you want. If you want, he could throw it to Claude, covering the bag, whatever you want. Happy Sunday to all, Rhodes Scholar. To all. Here's Jesus now. Jesus flew to right. Claude the windup and the pitch. We'll get more coffee after this. 4-7 right-handed, grounded to third. Stopped by Sudakis. He throws it over to Parker, 2 outs. On a 4-7 right-handed. And here's Jimmy Wynn. A happy Sunday all. Okay, Wynn flew to right. Everybody flew to right in the first for Houston. Here's the pitch from Claude. And that's 5-6 right-handed, and that's going to be a base hit. A 2-out single by Wynn. He's an A. He's a 1-15. Yeah, we'll get to send him with 2 outs. And we'll check to see if the T rating comes up. It's rare. Win a 1-13 being held +2 with Haller. 1-15, 2 outs, and Tommy Davis at the plate. Here's Claude. And there goes Wynn. Oh, and he's safe. Wynn steals second. It was 1-15, 1-13, 1-15. Jimmy Wynn with a stolen base. No T rating. That is a rare event, but relatively. So Wynn is on second with 2 outs, and now it's a clutch situation for Tommy Davis. And when I see clutch next to singles, I see not a good clutch hitter, because those would be converted to pop outs, folks, in this clutch situation. It's 2 outs, Win in on second. Here's Claude. And the pitch to Davis. That's 6-8 right-handed, grounds it to third for Sudakis. He fields it cleanly and throws it over to Parker, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, the stolen base by Wynn. We've gone 3. It's 2-0 Houston. And we'll take a little break for about 3 minutes. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. Stand by. Oh, excuse me. Wow. It is a glorious morning here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I've got the door open. And it's absolutely gorgeous. The sun is coming through. The temperature is pretty cool. According to my records, it's about 57 right now. Lord, it's gorgeous. It feels a little, I don't know, maybe it is 57, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And we're broadcasting here for the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. Coming from Houston, the Astrodome. In a 2-0 ball game after 3, here's Don Wilson now. Here's Wesley Parker to lead it off. He doubled left on in the first. Wilson winds and the pitch. That's 2-7 right-handed. Fly ball center for win. 1 out. Now Willie Crawford. Crawford popped to the catcher, Johnny Edwards, in the first. The windup by Wilson. That's 3-4 right-handed. Walked him. So Crawford is on with 1 out. Second walk given up by Wilson. He walked Claude last inning. And here's Bill Soudakis. Soudakis fanned in the second. Indeed, Kathy Harden. Dodgers down by 2. Here's the pitch from Wilson. That's 1-8. Right-handed. Popped it up to first. Menke is there. 2 outs. And here's Tom Haller. Haller 0 for 1. Oh, that is some very, very good coffee, people. Here's Wilson now. And the pitch. That's 3-7 right-handed, and that is a base hit. Right past Menke. 1 asteroid. Crawford goes to second and holds. First and second, 2 down. Sizemore now in a clutch situation. He popped to short in the second. Claude comes out on deck. Sizemore. Not a good clutch hitter. Because those singles next to the clutch signs are converted in clutch situations to pop-outs. Here's Wilson. And the pitch. That's 4-7 right-handed. Struck him out. And the side is retired. It's the fourth strikeout for Wilson. No runs, 1 hit, a walk. Both left on. We're in the middle of the fourth. 2-0 Houston. If you're looking at our schedule, you just have to follow Baseball Reference. We did go 1 out of order here on this date. We played the St. Louis at Pittsburgh game already. The next game, though, is Montreal at the New York Mets. which should be fun. It'll be Jerry Robertson for the Expos and rookie Gary Gentry for the New York Mets. And I'm looking to play that as soon as I am able. I get all gung-ho, on a Sunday morning. I get to thinking that, I can play Strat-O-Matic all day. All frickin' day I'll play it. And then it doesn't pan out that way. I just don't have the strength or concentration or gumption to do so. But I try to get 2 games in a day. Usually an afternoon game starting at somewhere 1 or 2 o'clock. We try to let you know as soon as feasible. Here's Claude now. I just don't like to set them up and then not do them or change them. But if you see a game scheduled, say at 2 o'clock, after this game, shortly after, if you see on my page a 2 p.m. game, don't be surprised if I may switch it to 1 or 3. So it's I try to avoid that. In fact, I did avoid that yesterday. Here's Claude now. Facing Raider, who grounded into a double in the second. 3-8 left-handed, popped it up to short for Wills. 1 down. Now Menke. It was a 2-out rally for the Astros. Menke in the second, he singled. Martinez singled, sending Menke to third, and then the error by Maury Wills when on the Edwards dribbler. And then the big double by Wilson, but Edwards was thrown out at the plate for the 3rd out of the inning. But it was a 2-run inning. Here's Claude now, the pitch to Menke. That's 3-8 left-handed, struck him out. First strikeout for Claude. Look at those innings, 321. That's a lot of frickin' innings. He started 41 games, my Lord. And he won only 20 of them. He was 20-15. Lord. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Martinez. Singled and scored an unearned run. Here's the pitch from Claude now. That's 3-9 left-handed. Struck him out. And that's 2 strikeouts in a row and a 1-2-3 inning for Claude. And we've gone 4. It's 2-0 Astros. Top of the 5th, Don Wilson. Throwing shutout baseball in the first 4 innings. He's allowed 2 hits. He's walked 2, struck out 4. It's going to be Claude leading it off here. Okay, Wilson. Okay, Claude now, a 3-NL facing Wilson. Here's the pitch to Claude to start off the top of the 5th. That's 2-7, and he struck him out. That's the 5th strikeout for Wilson. Now Maury Wills. Wills 0 for 1, struck out and had a sacrifice bunt in the 3rd. Wilson gets the sign from Edwards into his windup, and the pitch to Wills. That is 2-5 right-handed, and there's a base hit for Wills right up the middle. Third hit given up by Wilson. He's being held 1-13, 1-12 with Edwards. And Manny Mota is the batter. Kathy Harden for the Dodgers. Mota 0 for 2. Here's Wilson from the stretch, and the pitch to Mota. That's 5-3, right-handed, fly ball left X. That'll be for Davis. He may have trouble with that. He's a 4-10. Davis. That's a 9-4. That's going to be an S2. Whoa. A 2-3-4-10 on Davis. E10, 10. 2-3-4, I'm sorry. And that's going to be an E1. Oh my, Tommy Davis. There it is. An S2 E1. He is a E10 with the 4. And that's going to be E1 right there. It's going to be an S2 E1. And that's going to be a single and an error. And runners will advance 2. A single and an error on Tommy Davis out there in left. Wills goes to third, and the Dodgers threatening here. That's the second error for Houston. I'm sorry, for Houston, yeah. Wilson made an error on a ground ball in the first. A dribbler to him. It's second and third, 1 out now for Willie Davis. So Wilson trying to bear down here as the Dodgers are threatening. Davis 0 for 2 reached on the error left on in the first. The error by Wilson. Infield is back. Here's the pitch to Davis. That's 6-8 left-handed. Struck him out. Oh, and that was a big one. That was huge. 6th strikeout for Wilson. Really huge. And here's Pretty Boy Parker now in a clutch situation. Pretty Boy's got to be a good clutch hitter, huh? No, he's not. That's the way I read that. Parker 1 for 2. He had the double in the first left on. Now Wilson trying to get out of this. It was second and third with 1 out. Now he struck out Davis. He has struck out Claude and Davis here in the 5th. Here's Wilson facing Parker. And the pitch. That's 5-6. Switch hitter batting left, and he struck him out. He struck out the side. Wow. Wilson gets out of it. No runs. 2 hits, the error. And 2 left on. We're in the middle of the 5th. It's still a 2-0 ball game. I'll tell you. I will tell you something. Yeah. We're going to head here to the bottom of the 5th here with Claude on the mound. It'll be Edwards, Wilson, and Morgan. Go. absolutely gorgeous here today. Okay, Edwards steps in, left-handed hitter. This will be lefty-lefty. Here's Claude now, the pitch to Edwards. That's 1-7 left-handed, struck him out. That's 3 in a row for Claude, and 3 overall. And Don Wilson is the batter. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 5th here. Wilson had the big double in the 2nd to knock in a run. Here's Claude now. And the pitch to Wilson. That's 4-10, right-handed, fly ball center X. That will be for Willie Davis, 2-8. Ah, 11-2, F2, E8. 5-6-7 on an E8. And he makes the catch. That'll be 2 away. And here's Joe Morgan with 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 5th. Here's Claude now. The pitch to Morgan. 2-4 left-handed. Oh, that is a non-clutch single. Right up the middle by Morgan. Now Morgan is on. He's a double-A, 1-15, 1-17 being held. See if he gets the green light. With Jesus at the plate, 0-for-2. Here's Claude now from the stretch. The pitch to Jesus. There goes Morgan. Swinging strike, and he's safe. Jesus was smart to swing at that. He knew he was going. He got in on the sign. So there's a stolen base by Joe Morgan to put himself in scoring position for Jesus, who is also not a good clutch hitter. Clutch situation here. Claude trying to get out of this. And the pitch to Jesus. That is 5-9 right-handed, grounds it to short. Wills has it. And he throws to Parker, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, the stolen base left on. We've gone 5. It's still 2-0 Houston on a glorious, glorious... Well, the weather is perfect here in the Astrodome. And here in Fort Lauderdale at Studio B, where we broadcast these games, the weather is pretty perfect too. Oh God, is it gorgeous. Okay, Crawford will lead it off. Willie Crawford 0-for-1 and a walk facing Wilson. Wilson's first endurance is the 7th, Claude's is the 8th. Here's Wilson now. The pitch to Crawford. That's going to be a 6-9 left-handed. Walked him. So Wilson walks Crawford for the 2nd time in this ball game, and that's his 3rd walk today. He also walked Claude in the 3rd. So it's a 6-9 right-handed, left-handed, I'm sorry. And here comes Bill Sudakis. It's Crawford on first, no outs. Sudakis at the plate. Haller comes out on deck. Oh. Okay, here's Wilson now from the stretch. The pitch to Sudakis. That's 1-7 right-handed. Fly ball center for Jimmy Wynn. He makes the catch. It's one away. And now Tom Haller. Here's Wilson. The pitch to Haller. That's 5-8, left-handed, struck him out. Number 8 for Wilson. And that's 2 down. And Sizemore comes up. Crawford on first, 2 down. Wilson from the stretch. He gets the sign from Edwards. The pitch to Sizemore. That's 3-4 right-handed. Grounds it to second for Morgan. And he throws it on over to Menke, and the side is retired. Wilson has been tough getting out of anything he gets into. No runs. The leadoff walk by Crawford left on base. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th. Claude takes the mound. It'll be Wynn, Tommy Davis. And then Doug Rader. Bear with me. Okay, Claude is ready, and here's Jimmy Wynn stepping up to the batter's box. Wynn 1 for 2, singled, stole, second, and was left on base. Here's the pitch from Claude. That's going to be 2-9 left-handed, struck him out. And that's the 4th strikeout for Claude. Now Tommy Davis. Claude gets the sign from Haller. And the pitch to Davis. That's 5-6, right-handed, and it's a base hit for Tommy. He's 2 for 3 now. Tommy Davis on first, 1 out. Here's Doug Rader. Short lead by Tommy Davis. Rader 0 for 2. Here's Claude. And the pitch to Rader. And that's 4-8 right-handed. Struck him out. Number 5 for Claude. 2 down. And Dennis Menke, the batter, with 2 outs and Tommy Davis on first. Woo. Here's the pitch. That is 2-8 left-handed. Walked him. Again, Claude's first endurance is the 8th. That's the first walk given up by Claude today. First and second, 2-8 left-handed. With 2 outs, clutch situation for Marty Martinez. Switch hitter batting right. Here's Claude now, trying to get out of this. 3-3 left-handed, grounds it to third. And Sudakis has it, and he throws it on over to Parker, and the side is retired. So the Astros strand 2, no runs in the bottom of the 6th. We've gone 6. It's a 2-0 ball game. Great game. We'll take a break during the 7th inning stretch, a very brief one. Here's Wilson, and Claude will come up. Wilson throwing shutout baseball against the Dodgers here. Claude walked and struck out. Here's Wilson now. The pitch to Claude. Well, it's a 5-8. Left-handed, struck him out. Number 9 for Wilson. And Will steps up. 1 for 2, a sacrifice bunt, singled left on in the 5th. That's 6-3, switch hitter batting left. That's a blast. But he does not have the power. It's a ballpark blast. I don't think it's going to matter much because of Houston. It's a 7, still doesn't matter. He's a switch hitter batting left in Houston. A ballpark blast. It would have been 1-3, single 2 asterisks with the W power. And instead, it is a fly ball to right. Caught by Jesus, 2 down. And that'll bring up Manny Mota. Mota, 1 for 3. Reached second on a single with the error by Tommy Davis in the 5th, was left on. Wills was second and third, 1 out. And they were stranded there in the 5th by Wilson. Wilson's first endurance inning is this inning, but he looks fresh. Here's Wilson now. The pitch to Mota. That's going to be 5-9 right-handed. Struck him out. Number 10 for Don Wilson. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. We're in the middle of the 7th inning stretch now. It's Houston 2. Los Angeles nothing. We'll be back in just about 3 minutes. think we have just a tad bit more coffee to get me through this ball game. Hey, welcome everybody. Jeffrey Guterman here in Studio B, and again, a glorious, glorious day in Fort Lauderdale. We'll see if it warms up later. And it's Claude, still going at it. His first endurance inning is the 8th. And he'll face Edwards, Wilson, and top of the order, Morgan, with the Astros leading 2-0. Here's Claude now. The pitch to Edwards. That's going to be 5-7 left-handed. Fly ball center for Davis. Willie Davis makes the catch, 1 out. We can see how costly that error by Wills was, which led to 2 unearned runs, and that's been the only scoring here in the ball game. Here's Wilson now stepping up. Again, Wilson hit the big double with 2 outs to bring home the second run. Here's Claude now, the windup and the pitch to Wilson. That's a 5-5 right-handed, and that is a double down the line, the second one for Wilson. And any of you who think that's unrealistic, that is realistic. That could frickin' happen. Sure. 2 doubles by starter Earl, I did it again, Don Wilson. Now he's in scoring position with 1 out. And here's Joe Morgan. Morgan 1 for 3. Singled, stole second, left on in the 5th. Here's Claude. 6-5 left-handed, grounds to short X. Here's another chance for Wills. Wills a 331. This is toward the end of his career, or at least beginning of the end of his career. It's not what he used to be. 14-3. That's going to be a G2 E31. 4-7-10 on an E31. And he throws him out with a runner on second, a G2. That will be, we have an option. Wilson will hold. That was right. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. That is yeah, that's a decision. We can attempt to advance, and we'd have to compute. It's not a good chance there. So Wilson on second with 2 down. And here's Jesus. Jesus 0 for 3 today. Clutch situation for Jesus. Here's Claude. And the pitch to Jesus. Whoa. 6-3 right-handed, walked him. That'll be first and second now, 2 outs for Jimmy Wynn, the toy cannon. It was a 6-3 right-handed. Again, Claude's first endurance inning is the 8th. Wynn is 1 for 3. Whoa. Here's the pitch to Claude. That is 6-6 right-handed. That's going to be a base hit. Wilson scores. Jesus goes to third. It's a 3-0 ball game. And there's action in the Dodger bullpen, by the way. They're going to keep Claude in. It was a 6-6 right-handed. Sometimes you take them out for realism, even though they haven't reached fatigue. This is not a situation for Brewer, I don't believe. The bullpen is very well rested for Los Angeles. Al McBean is warming for the Dodgers. Al McBean. Okay, first and third, 2 down, 1 in. 3-0 now, Houston. And Tommy Davis, the batter. Claude trying to get out of this. Here's the pitch to Davis. That is 3-3 left-handed. Lines it to third, caught by Sudakis. And the side is retired. But another run for Houston. This was an earned run. On 2 hits, a walk, and 2 left on. We're after 7 here, 3-0. And here's the heart of the Dodger lineup, if you will. It'll be Davis, Parker, and Crawford. Oh, that's good coffee. Okay, Wilson is ready. Davis 0 for 3, reached on the error by Wilson and left on. Here's the pitch to Davis. That's 5-6 left-handed, struck him out. Number 11. What a performance by Don Wilson, throwing shutout baseball with 11 strikeouts. He has walked 3. Now Pretty Boy Parker, switch hitter, batting left. He's 1 for 3. The windup by Wilson and the pitch. 3-7 right-handed, walk Parker. So Parker is on. This is the second endurance inning for Don Wilson. No one's warming up in the Houston bullpen. It was a 3-7 right-handed. Here's Crawford now, left-handed hitter. Crawford 0 for 1, walked twice by Wilson. Wilson from the stretch and the pitch to Crawford. 2-9, struck him out. Number 12 for Don Wilson. And that was on Crawford's card. And here's Bill Sudakis with 2 outs and Parker on first. It's Wilson from the stretch. The pitch to Sudakis. 3-4 right-handed, grounds to second for Morgan. And he throws it over to Menke, and the side is retired. A great pitching performance today by Don Wilson. No runs, no hits, the walk. 2 more strikeouts. He has 12 on the game. Middle of the 8th, it's 3-0 Houston. Here's Claude now. This may be his last inning if the Dodgers lose. In fact, I think this will be his last inning because he's due up in the 9th. If you're looking ahead to the top of the 9th, it will be Haller, Sizemore, and Claude due up. I'm pretty confident they'll have a pinch hitter. Let's see how he fares here in the bottom of the 8th. His second endurance inning. Wait a minute. That's going to be it for Claude. Claude reached fatigue in the 7th, and oh, wait a minute, no, this is his first endurance inning. We thought we made a mistake there. No. This is his first endurance inning. Okay, Claude facing Raider. Here's the pitch. That's going to be 2-3 left-handed. Grounds it to first. Parker takes it to the bag, one away. Now Dennis Mankey. Mankey 1 for 2, singled, scored an unearned run, struck out and walked. Here's Claude now. That's 4-4 right-handed, catcher X for Haller, 3-3. That's a 9-3. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3. It's going to be a pop-up. Haller getting under that. It's in foul territory, and he makes the catch, 2 away. And Marty Martinez with 2 outs and nobody on. Switch hitter batting right. Here's Claude, the windup and the pitch to Martinez. That is a 5-11 switch hitter batting right, flies to right X. That's for Crawford, 3-8. Three, 8, 11, 3. Four, 6, 7, 8. And he makes the catch, and the side is retired. A 1-2-3 for Claude in his last inning. He's pitched good baseball overall, but it's 3-0. And Don Wilson is throwing a shutout here. He has 12 strikeouts. It'll be Haller leading it off. Here's Wilson, the windup and the pitch to Haller. That is 3-8 right-handed, lines it to short, caught by Martinez, 1 out. Ted Sizemore is the batter now. He's 0 for 3. Wilson into the windup and the pitch to Sizemore. That's 5-5. Right-handed. Grounds it to short X. That's for Martinez. Lord, he's a 460. $13-4. That's a G3. E60 though. 6-10-11. That's a way down there. And he boots it. Yeah, that was pretty likely. He had trouble with it. We could see. That is the third. Wait a minute. That's an error. That is the third error. Yeah, for Houston. And there's going to be a hitter for Claude now. So Dodgers still alive here. Claude pitched 8. He's the loser right now. Nine hits. Walked 2. Struck out 5 and allowed 1 earned and 2 unearned. Again, Al McBean warming, but so is Brewer. So you never know if they come back. Let's see who's going to hit here. In this clutch, in this situation. Going to be Bill Russell came into play, but he's not much of a hitter. It's going to be Len Gabrielson. Len Gabrielson coming in to hit. He's a left-handed hitter to face Wilson. Dodgers down by 3 here in the top of the ninth with 1 out. Sizemore on first after the error by Martinez. Gabrielson, left-handed hitter, steps into the batter's box. This is Wilson's 3rd endurance inning. He's fresh. Here's the pitch to Gabrielson. That's 4-5, left-handed, struck him out. Number 13 for Don Wilson. And the Dodgers are out to their last out, up to their, what's the expression? Down to their last out. I'll tell you, my memory. That was a 4-5 left-handed. And here's Maury Wills. Boy, could he made the error. He could really redeem himself here. He made the error that contributed to the 2 unearned runs in the second. It's 2 out, Sizemore on first. Here's Wilson now. Sizemore 1-15 running. Wilson from the stretch. The pitch to Wills. That's 3-6 right-handed. Grounds it to short. This should be the game. Martinez scoops it and throws it over, and the ball game is over. So that's it. A shutout by Don Wilson. What a performance. The final score, Houston 3, Los Angeles nothing. The win goes to Wilson. He went all the way. He pitched 9. He allowed only 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. He walked 3, 4. Struck out 13 for the shutout. The final line, Houston 3 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors. Dodgers no runs, 4 hits, 1 error, the error by Maury Wills, which proved to be costly. That's going to be the ball game. Our next game, as I mentioned earlier, usually of interest to people, the Montreal Expos at the New York Mets. It'll be Jerry Robertson for Montreal, a spot starter, if you will, and Gary Gentry for the Mets. I hope you enjoyed this ball game. Stay strong, everybody. Stay well. And I'll catch you all next time.